Well, two tales have intertwined as both of you seek to understand what is in the importance of the heirloom that you possessed from your friend Sanjin. Now, from that beginning, you fled the Red Port just south of Waterdeep. You traveled up the low forest and entered Anadbyre City. The city of soft, brown, and sandy browns, dark whites, buildings cascading high into the air, all in hopes to flee the pursuits of Captain Acklebach's pirating thugs and anyone else that might be looking for that exact heirloom. In the 3 days of being in and around the city, you see and meet many different faces and experience both the celebration and tragic event on Airship Day. The enormous airship built by the late and great Circa Stillwater and her husband, James. Before you see it explode, you see three figures jump off the back, and now, rewinding a bit earlier to that day, a character named Blimbo helps you search the city and find your way kind of into your new city that you're in, but in a quick moment, he steals the heirloom you proudly decided and dedicated to protect. He steals and flees using the airship explosion on Airship Day as a means of escape. You decide to focus your attention on the explosion and tend to the people. Now, upon the second day in the city, you seek to find Blimbo, where you saw him last, which was outside of Nulobar's fine locks. And to your surprise, you don't find him, but you find a little gnome boy and an old gnome man entering a store, which was Nullabar's fine locks. And this is where you believe Blimbo is in fact the young boy gnome. So you follow him as he walks several homes, handing out what looks like to be this small, soft rock, and gives one to each of the strangers that he goes to that are standing into the doorway. And as he goes from house to house, you follow behind him and you watch and do nothing. You wait until the evening for the ceremony of the lanterns in honor of those that died on Airship Day. The sad and inspiring ceremony of the lanterns in honor of those people that died. You see an unfortunate demise as 8 of the bridges that connect both sides of the city explode, splitting the city in half. And this is where you meet the 3 figures that you saw leaving the ship earlier that day before in the air. You fight them off, even heading to their hideout. The chase comes to a halt as you see that they are some kind of these terrorist group with these mechanical devices that are used for malicious means, specifically as explosives. Now you kill all 3 of them, you take the single mechanical device in the room and flee out of the city, where a massive explosion of ice and snow fills the southeastern part of the city. And to provide information of what you saw, you met up with the Council of the Crown. The Council of the Crown, and were berated with questions. Eventually you met and have a great encounter with the Queen, and are given a task to kind of be her eyes and ears in the city for the time being. And after leaving her office, you met James Stillwater, who was at the destruction site, and you gained from both of them, the Queen and from James, the individuals that you fought off and destroyed and had these mechanical devices are called drow. They're elves who migrated to the Underdark for a purpose that you're not aware of, who have these mechanical devices and hold the energy of elemental shards. Now, James says that the only place in his research provides would be with more information on these elemental shards and kind of these devices of sorts is far off in the islands off the Sword Coasts, which are filled with jungles and ruins from centuries past. Now, things began to escalate after you leave his home, with a crowd at the destruction site becoming hostile and angry due to some kind of magical effect from the destruction site itself. Now, you take care of that, and you let the Queen know, and find yourself at what feels like to be somewhat of a dead end in this quest. Your minds are concerned about 2 endeavors now. One, Blimbo with the heirloom, and investigating someone named the Gentleman in hopes of finding Coral, who days ago went missing. So, Jarvis and Nova, you're in the air, hovering over the castle. The day is young. A cool breeze kicks in behind you, Jarvis, and you look back and you see what looks like to be these large storm clouds that are emerging from the southeastern part of the city. Let me I want to pull up some good rain here for y'all. Here we go. This feels a little bit. What the heck? Of course, this would happen. This is why Spotify is somewhat lame. I need some better rain.
1 hour sleep sounds of thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of these are just now. I need some thunderstorms. There we go.
Hey.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah, you feel you see the storm clouds are filling the sky as that slight breeze turns into kind of gusts of wind coming from behind you, and you would notice too that it looks like it's about to like pour, like what you're hearing, the torrential downpour in about like 20-30 minutes. And so, which means, Jarvis, it will be difficult terrain flying in the air.
Okay.
So, which means that your speed is considered halved. So, just to let you know, and you're not able to carry someone in difficult terrain.
Got it.
So, at that point, what would you guys like to do?
Do you smell that?
Smells like rain.
Do you smell that?
I don't know if you smell that, but it smells like it's about to downpour in about 20 minutes.
It's a very specific sense of smell you have.
Well, it is what I do. I'm a bird, and do have a keen sense for these things.
Love that. I love that the first thing you have to say to me is, do you smell that?
And just so you both know, it is, early afternoon. So, because you woke up early, you did all that.
We're over the castle right now.
So you're hovering over it. So again, you see you see the explosion site, which the frozen ice is still there. You haven't taken a look at that at all. So it's just like a huge frozen piece. You see the bridges are exploded. There's still some rubble. The airship destruction, and then a city, a beautifully large city.
I'm probably gonna have to hoof it here, or in my case, talon it. Smells pretty gnarly. It also looks pretty gnarly. I mean, look at that storm. Goddamn.
I can't.
So Nova, what would you want to do in this moment? What are you feeling? What would you both want to do?
I feel like we need to go somewhere and just like figure out a game plan of where we go next. 'Cause we have a lot on our plate.
Yeah. My thoughts exactly. Let's what's the name of that guard again? Brandon or Bertrand? What's his name? Brenton, right? Yeah. Where do I see him?
Go and make a perception check.
Oh. Just roll every day.
14 plus 6 is a 20, not natural.
So, you last saw him at the destruction site when he was taking James. So you see like what looks like to be like a pack of people coming from that site and bringing them to the guard's headquarters in that courtyard, and then into kind of a building, official royal guard building.
Let's go follow them. What do you think? Looks like they're going inside.
But we also don't know if there's any like residual effects of people dealing with the people who touch.
Right in the middle of her saying this, I'm just going to start flying down there with her.
And I have no choice in this. I don't know why you'd ask me anyway.
It's okay. Yeah, no residual effects. You don't got to worry about it. Everything's good.
So where do you want to go? Do you want to go right up to them? Or
yeah, I'd like to follow
what?
Brenton. I want to follow Brenton.
Okay.
So just, I want to follow him.
Okay, so immediately as you get down, they're about they're like 3/4 of the way over to the headquarters on horseback. And you're seeing that James and several other people, both from the crowd and from like artificer, construction, government workers that are aiding the airship explosion, they're all like roped up on horseback or walking. And you see James kind of pulling up to the headquarters. And at that point, he's like basically like, do you want to say anything to him? But as he's like about to pass you.
This is James, who was freaking out, clearly affected by whatever was going on.
Brenton and James are on the same horse. James is on the back, kind of like...
And he's bound. His hands are bound. Yeah, so I'm going to fly alongside them. I assume it's still okay to be flying. It's not raining yet?
No, not it's drizzling, and you're feeling like you're feeling like your wings are like are taking water. Like you're like, well, this is like... As much as you've experienced like being on a ship and it's raining, you know, it's like, is that uncomfortable? Like, what do you feel?
Oh, yeah. It definitely weighs me down. And then I had a bad experience on a ship where I almost got struck by lightning.
Cutscene to that moment. It's a big ship.
So it immediately cuts scenes, and Jarvis is holding on to... all the way at the top, right? So there's like those masts, right? And he's got wings, so they're like, oh, you got to go up there.
Lightning.
And he's up there like fixing one of the sails.
Lightning.
He's fixing it. Yeah.
That's all I got.
So he's up there like fixing it, and a lightning strike happens like right by his head. Like it strikes the top part of the mast right above where he's holding, and the wood like and falls off and almost smacks him in the face.
I love that. I freaking love that. And so cutscene to him seeing that. You Nova, you see above you. Make an insight check.
I'm not rolling for these. I can't do. 15.
1-5.
Yep, 1-5.
Yeah, you notice that like Jarvis goes as he's flying next to James, and even Brenton does one of these.
Are you good?
Yeah, we should. It's not a good idea to be flying right now.
Okay, we're close to the ground, so you can put me down. You can walk.
Yeah, and you see him just like he's like looking at the clouds, and like there's like some thunder in the distance, some lightning in the distance.
Yeah, eventually, if you drop her and you both kind of take down, literally you see like a line of them with horseback and pulling other individuals that were on the tied up in front of a sort of this large statue of what looks like to be someone that was like a high official that's no longer alive, standing with a great sword on their side, kind of honoring them.
What
courtyard? It looks human.
Okay.
Again, what you guys know about Nadbyre City thus far is that anybody that's higher up seems to be of elven or human descent, and people that are not in high officials seem to be of more Raggedy Tad races. I mean, even simply put to like
that we saw at the market. Got it.
So it's odd that the queen took an Aarakocra and a tiefling and made them kind of her right hand.
Yeah,
that might be something weird, as you're thinking that to yourself. Maybe the thunder comes, and James even kind of looks up, and all of those people that are bound up look like they're fine. Like they don't look like they look somewhat
crazy anymore.
They look somewhat chill. A couple of them are kind of like pushy and just agitated, but even James is doing like one of these, and you hear him even say, "Can I get some tea, please? Can someone give me some tea? This is all." Hey, Jarvis, Nova.
Yeah.
Can you help me out here? And Brenton's like, You don't move. Do not move.
Brenton.
He's fixing the horse. Yeah.
I was wondering, is there a good spot? We don't really have a permanent place to stay. Is there a good spot in the castle that Nova and I could crash temporarily?
Not in the castle. None of us are technically allowed in the royal palace.
Oh.
But
Okay, so like anywhere nearby.
I mean, I believe what the queen was mentioning is that you could stay in the head, kind of the guard checkpoint headquarters here. Get a bunk.
Okay,
Nice.
that sounds good.
Good.
So he's referring to the building right here.
Yeah. Which is sort of like, again, the courtyard, and then like across the way from the royal palace is this.
Okay.
So you're
Okay.
near the royal palace.
Got it. So on the same island.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you hear Brenton even yell to everybody, get everyone into the holding cells. If you all are feeling all right, wonderful. We're going to wait it out the rest of the day, maybe at least a few hours, and we'll let you go. But up until then, we need to make sure that everyone is safe, and you keep everyone safe. And he even looks at James and goes, don't try anything stupid, James. It's not going to go well. He kind of looks over at you, Nova, James, and he's like,
It's good. It's good.
and he takes him and brings him
Okay.
inside. And even Brenton's like, all right, come on.
Cool.
To all of you.
Follow him.
Yeah, he
Oh.
goes and takes you into the main building, which is immediately in these holding cells. And you can see like a somewhat of a labyrinth of holding cells that are strong iron bars, lock and key. There's some guards on the inside. Somewhat of a large, blubberous individual that's kind of like the cell keeper. His shirt doesn't stick all the way down into his pants, so his belly's showing a bit. And he's like,
hey, what's your name, fellow?
Daniel. He kind of moves
Hi,
away.
Daniel. Nice to meet you.
You go, Brenton, Daniel, can you make sure that we get all these cells cleaned up? And he goes, sure. He kind of moves and waddles into the other room, starts like sweeping up some things. You also do notice,
And that's Steven's character.
his name's Daniel. Yeah,
And he like
so
wiped his snot.
yeah, kind of like balding up on top, kind of really gross looking. They take and put everybody into the cells. Even James is kind of like, he looks over at you two and goes, yeah, I really don't know what came over me. I truly don't. One moment you all left, and the moment that I just felt so angry.
What were you doing before you know what I mean, the last 24 hours, what have you been doing?
I've been working on the destruction site, trying to compile
The airship.
trying to put everything back to kind of to salvage what I can.
So
a lot
for
of
the
the
last
containers-
24
Anybody-
hours, you've been around the airship site.
Yeah,
Mainly.
and same thing with my people and the crew here.
That's got to be something to do with hanging around that site.
Well, I mean, I need to get back there. I need to figure out a way to be able to be in that area without some of this happening again. And I mean, I've got a lot of time in here to think. So, if you come up with anything, you can let me know.
Yeah, absolutely.
He kind of like walks away, like into the cell, kind of sits down, and like he finds a piece of like some material to like kind of starts drawing on the wall to like try to figure out like some mathematical things and some shapes.
So he's back to normal.
Yeah, it seems like
Being
make an
weird.
insight check.
Weird
Make an
and
insight
kooky.
check. Make an insight check.
Insight.
Jess, so go ahead and roll your d20. Go one of your
Okay.
dice, and look at your and then just add the plus.
So you said insight. So 5 + 4, so 9.
There you go.
Minus
so
7.
So you're just saying, it's to both your knowledge, he seems at his normal, crazy, weird demeanor. However, he seems a little bit embarrassed,
Okay.
a little
I'm
bit
sure
quieter.
He is, because it's like the people stuff he works around, and he just like acted out.
Can we?
Like-
Jarvis is gonna walk down the cell block. He's gonna confront a random someone else who's locked up who just got in there.
Okay. Yep. You see. I mean, there's a variety of human men and women that are in there.
Let's go to
is
a
there
woman.
someone? Go to a woman.
First woman
yeah,
he sees.
Brown hair pulled back in the ponytail. Glasses seem to be broken. And she's like taking them and trying to like rub her glasses. Yes?
Hey there.
Hello.
What's your name?
Jasmine.
Hi,
What's yours?
Jasmine. My name is Jarvis. Just wanted to do some research here, ask you a couple of quick questions. What have you been doing for the last 24 hours?
I mean, do you see some of the other cell individuals kind of look at her, and they're like, and she goes, "I'm sorry. What? Who are you?"
Jarvis. The Queen appointed Nova and I to kind of oversee some of the dealings going on recently with some of the attacks on the city.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Fuck. 4 minus 3 is 1.
She goes, "You and the Queen? From what I understand, the Queen's in critical condition. I wouldn't. Excuse me, guards, and you see even like Brenton.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Jasmine. It's okay. I understand. Brenton, can you let Jasmine know that we mean well. We're just asking some simple questions.
Brenton kind of goes in front of her. He's like, "I'm sorry for them to bother you. Can I have a word with actually both of you right now?"
Sure.
Dear God. Yeah, why not?
Brenton pulls you aside into like just next to the wall away from him and goes, everything is taken care of. What do you need right now?"
We're just trying to get to the bottom of the fact. All these people all of a sudden went crazy, started trying to kill each other. Just trying to understand what the hell's going on.
You see him like look at you both. He goes back to Jasmine and goes, "They're just going to ask you a couple questions. Only 2 minutes," and he looks back at you both.
Okay, that's fine.
There's a moment just of Brenton. He was lighthearted earlier, just a little bit more refined.
Okay.
So he goes, "Have at it," and he walks away, and he says, "Bunks are this way," and he goes through a door.
Okay. So Jasmine, what have you been up to over the last 24 hours?
Well, we had the celebration, but also the ceremony, and at that point, I've left my station here of navigating through all the rubble. My job specifically was to find any sort of items or any sort of loose materials that are energy producing.
But specifically around the airship crash site.
Correct. Yeah, and so during the explosion, we obviously ran out to get to protection, and then once that was contained, we were called by James as soon as possible to continue the findings. Again, from my understanding, we've only found a couple of specific items that are under investigation or of evidence of sorts, but more so like contain
those items.
What's that?
How many people have touched those items that are now like under investigation?
Well, I mean, there was 10 of us, and
How many people are locked up?
Did all of you come in contact?
all 10 of them plus the 15. One of them was knocked out because of you.
Yeah.
Right.
One of them was like totally knocked out.
Right.
And so there was altogether there's 25,
Mm-hmm.
and so you've got the workers and you've got the mosh like people, which they're split up technically.
Right. Those are the people that were being attacked that we were defending.
So you've got the wealthy people that were attacking the workers,
Yes.
and you're speaking to Jasmine, who was one of the
They're
workers.
Got you.
Workers.
Got you.
Yes.
Got you. Got you. Got you.
So she's like, there was just a couple items,
Can
it's hard because of
Jarvis-
the.
Sorry, I was just gonna say, can Jarvis insight check all of this? See if she's telling the truth about all this. 13 plus 4, which is 17.
There's a moment where she's like, when she says items and evidence, and she looks down and scratches her neck, and there's just a few items. It's not a problem though.
What items specifically?
Kind of items.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh, you won't get
You're
in
not
trouble.
going to get in trouble. Because we technically are kind of freelancers, if you will.
Yeah, we're on your side, Jasmine.
She like comes up to the bars at this point and is, well, we found 2 other of these capsules. I don't know. They didn't
Describe
seem
them.
to be bronze and metallic outside exterior with like a glass case material with like this somewhat web-like sticky material. You have to go get it then.
Where are they?
Okay. Sorry. Baby drama. The sticky material that's inside it.
Sticky material.
Where are they? Where are they?
It looked
now?
like it looked like a web inside.
Where are they now?
I mean, they're still on the site.
They're on site.
And we all were near them, touched them. There was some sort of like black residue that we were able to open up, and we were so concerned because the glass didn't break. It wasn't broken, and none of this is items that were ours. So it must have been items that were on the ship, or what was the items that made it explode?
Sure. Well,
Both of you
Jasmine,
making an intelligence history check. So intelligence meaning just like the intelligence modifier,
Yep.
or a history check.
it's the same for me.
Yeah,
Natural
it's the
20.
same for me.
Roll the nat
An
20.
8.
An 8, Nova.
Hey.
Nova. Phew, as you're like, are you taking note? Like, is that what she would do? Is she like literally taking note too? Like,
Yes. Yes, she has her little notepad. And she's
Okay.
just like secretly, look at your nat 20.
you rolled that 20. Yeah.
You did.
Your mind goes straight to the moment when you went to the capsule that you held during the explosion. Bronze metal tubular exterior with a glass case inside where something was happening. And then when you went to the explosion site, you saw there was it was stuck with a web-like material on the inside. And so all of that
would
comes to
Nova-
mind. And what comes to mind is the same sort of looking piece that's in Nova's backpack.
I was about to say, would Nova put 2 and 2 together in the sense that the thing in my backpack, but also when we went back to the explosion site where Jarvis was and we saw the capsule that was like in mid-freeze and it was kind of webby, would she remember all of that and kind of put 2 and 2 together?
That's what I was having you roll to see without me, the DM, trying to explain it. But he rolled a nat 20, so I'm like, I'll just tell him. But if you remembered, like, there you go. So both of you.
Jasmine.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for letting us know. Everything's good. Everything's gonna be okay.
Are you sure? We all touched it, and then we all started getting really angry, and I just wanted to... I've never thought those thoughts before.
Yeah, it's okay. We're gonna get to the bottom of it.
Okay. And she kind of goes back and kind of like, you like slowly see like tearing up a bit.
Mm-hmm.
My heart hurts.
Nova, follow me. We're just gonna start going down towards that door, towards the bunks.
Yep, you go through, there's a hallway, eventually opens up to another large room, and there's just like several different rooms that have bunks. And there is one room that has three bunks, but 6 beds altogether. And there just seems to be one guard sleeping, taking maybe like an early nap, or maybe he did like watch at night or something like that. He's just on the far left bunk on the bottom.
Okay, we're gonna go. Jarvis is gonna go to the bunk that's furthest from that guard. Nova, come here.
Yes,
Did you hear what she was saying?
absolutely. And now we have to worry about those being there and anybody else being in contact with them, or if they're still active to explode.
Right. We need to get this device that you're carrying into safe hands safely. Just don't know who we should give it to. What do you think?
We don't have anybody to really give it to because James is indisposed at the moment. He's the only person who really knew of anything about what it could possibly be, and I don't trust just giving it to someone random.
Let's confront the queen about this. Let's see what she has to say. But for now, I think it's safe that you don't touch that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead. Either do an Arcana check, or you can do a Nature check.
Oh, they're both the same. 17.
8.
Yeah, for Nova, you've touched it, but you get a sense of like something that she mentioned was like she was able to like they were like messing with it and opening it and doing stuff with inside, and that she said that they touched this. You haven't opened it yet.
Nope.
So to your understanding at that point, it might be okay.
Okay.
And again, with James, he didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand, Nova? I don't.
Yes.
I don't think we should be messing with that. Carrying it is good, but I wouldn't even touch it until we know exactly what's going on.
No. It's just gonna stay in my backpack.
Sure.
Stay right here.
For now, a little banged up. I'm gonna take an afternoon nap here, and
Can you give me a boost? I like the top bunk.
yeah, sure. And he kind of does the, with his hands, launches her up.
And I feel like she would like roll over and face the wall and like kind of like curl her tail around. She has the little tail, like curls it around to like snuggle herself.
I love that.
Jarvis, before he snoozes off, is going to pull out his no, forget that. He's going to meditate, though.
Cool.
So Jarvis essentially, his meditation, it's exactly what you'd think it would look like. He just kind of sits Indian style. In this case, just on the floor next to his bunk, eyes closed, still, just kind of sitting there. He does that for about 10 minutes, and then he goes to sleep. Cool. Could we call it a nap? Not like a huge rest, but what is a...
So yeah, you can do a short rest. So if you click on short rest, which is about an hour, it can then provide you some additional things. So you can decide, to be honest, I don't really remember. Sometimes I believe for some it's choosing some spell slots or let me take a look.
Mine says
at least an hour.
Yeah, and it says reset. There's like a box, and it says reset maximum HP.
What's the minimum long rest we can do, Steven?
The minimum is an hour.
The minimum
long 8 hours.
Long. 8 hours, yeah.
For different things of like, if I were to say, like I might say in a game, like we can get away with 7 hours.
Long
But
rest might not be a bad idea because we'd wake up at around what time?
so if you did a long rest, you like took like an afternoon nap, you would then be waking up around like 5 p.m.
That might not be bad.
Why not? Why not? We woke up early.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's do long rest.
cool. So you meditate, you do a long rest. As you both sleep, is there anything else you want to do before that?
Not Jarvis.
Nova? Okay. As you do
Yeah.
that, Nova, you you slumber very comfortably. And as you fall into a deep sleep, it's like as if your eyes open up to like a pitch black sky with a large bright white circle. And it's as if you notice then it's this chill cold around your body and you see yourself hovering over the city. And your hair's flowing as if like gravity doesn't matter for you. And it's calm and it's cool. And you look up back at the moon and you look back at the moon and you see two of those beautifully oval eyes, silver and white eyes shining with the 7 stars around the moon peering at you. What do you do?
Um, I feel like she would just say hello. It's very calm and very just like demure because it doesn't feel threatening. It just like feels strange and like she's unsure of what is going on.
You hear it as it says, "Kindle the light."
What does that mean?
Kindle the light of hope in the world.
Hey, but like, how am I supposed to go about that?
And it just stares at you. But again, it feels very motherly. It feels very safe. Go ahead. Is there anything you want to do? Is there anything you want to say? Anything further?
Is there any way that I can find out if this because I don't even know if it's like a deity or what it is. Is there any way that I can find out its name?
What do you do? What do you say?
I see multiple times now. I feel like I should at least introduce myself. So I am Nova. Is there any way I can know your name? Or, I don't really know about this. But I'm just very confused. And if I can have any sort of answers, that would be nice.
And you hear her respond. It's as if the moon comes closer to you. I am where darkness and light meet. Goes away, and immediately you fall back into that same sort of sleep daze. But at that point, Jarvis, that time comes, you wake up before her. What do you do?
Oh man. Oh, that was much needed.
And Nova is hard asleep right now.
Just
Well, goddamn.
like drooling. I feel like she drools, but like in a cute way.
Okay, girl.
Like with just like a lonely dribble. It's like kind of cute.
You all want to be cute in a. It's like So mad. That makes me mad. I'm just kidding. Okay, keep going.
She's passed out like
Dude, hard.
I feel like her arm is like braced out and is like limp. I feel like Jarvis would be like her arm is so limp.
Jarvis is gonna sneak out of the room.
Go ahead and make a stealth check, and with advantage.
19 plus 6. 25.
Easy peasy, beautiful cover girl.
What do I see
Easy
as I'm exiting this room and then the bunk room?
You're seeing a lot. You're hearing like conversation and like a little bit more billowing talk and like and like kind of pushing from another hallway with some light shooting like kind of through like as if there's some activity happening inside the headquarters.
Were we the only ones sleeping in the room that we were in?
There was that other guard, and that person's not in there anymore.
So it was just the two of us in there?
At that, you wake up and there's only two of you in here.
Okay, got you. He's just gonna walk out, check to see if it's still raining.
You look out, and it seems like the rain is dissipated. It's very chilly right now. It became very chilly, like post-rain, post-thunderstorm. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like very chilly. It's like it's the fresh fall, but it's dark. It's like pitch black.
Okay, so time of day
5-6 p.m.
Okay.
You know, so it's like the days are shifting a bit. Times, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. How far is the castle from this area? Did you say?
A good like football field away. So the courtyard is fairly large. So it's a good 300 yards to where like the actual castle begins.
Okay. I'm gonna go back into the room where I came. And
You also notice that all of those individuals are gone that were in the holding cells.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Daniel is eating another thing. Hey.
Hey, Daniel. What happened over the last 8 hours? Everybody was let out. What happened?
That is a very big question. What happened? Let's see if we remember. There was a fly that came in after you left. People talked. I fell asleep. I woke up, and then everyone was gone.
Oh my god.
Is that a problem? That might be a problem.
Listen, it's all good with me.
Don't say anything. I will find. I gotta go. You see him get up and leave.
He's like, I fell asleep and everyone was gone.
Jarvis just kind of like stands there, like watches him leave, and just kind of like stands there, like, all right. He's gonna go back into the room and wake
You
Nova
see
up.
Brenton before you get there. You see Brenton standing in the hallway, looking into the room.
Into the room where Nova is.
Why is he watching me sleep? That's creepy.
Hey man, everything all right?
Yeah, I was just looking for you. Actually, for you both.
Yeah, I just woke up and she's still out.
Oh yeah, I literally just was about to knock. Yeah, there's food. We've got it's dinner. So if you want some food,
Awesome. Where's that at?
He like points on the hallway where that noise and that billowing, like the light was showing and flashing, the kind of thing.
Okay.
Was happening.
Yeah. I'll wake her up and we'll be right over there. Thanks, man.
Hey, don't mention it. He like pats you on the shoulder and starts walking.
Getting weird vibes.
Nova's still asleep. Nova's still sleeping.
I'm gonna go in there.
That's just being like, I'm getting weird vibes.
I'm gonna go in there, and I'm gonna stand in the center of this room, and just the loudest
Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
that he can muster up, and just like loud, I assume it echoes in like this stone room.
Go ahead and I don't even know what you would roll to like see how well that
Strength?
does. Yeah, like your diaphragm. Like, yeah, would that be strength? We'll go with strength for you.
You're the
we'll
DM.
But I'm asking you too. Like, if you feel like
Yeah, it's gotta be strength, probably.
It's like it's got to be like your physical body. Like,
Okay.
would you roll?
Natural 1 + 1 is 2.
Oh, this is a natural. I'm like, if you rolled a natural 20, I'm
Dude,
So
please make this hilarious.
No, you tell me what happens.
I want you to like squeak.
Yeah.
Or I'll tell you whatever you want. You tell me. I tell you.
No, I want you to. I want you to.
So you look around. You get that confidence. You like fly. Just goes straight into your mouth. And it's like stuck. And it's just like Nova, you wake up to like him choking. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Me?
Yeah.
10 + 4, 14.
You see as he like hits up against the wall. He's like, he's choking. He's literally choking right now.
I'm going to fly out of bed. I'm gonna like throw myself to my feet, and I'm just gonna walk over there and try to give him the Heimlich.
You give him the Heimlich, and it's like you're like, that's not my diet. Like that's not my stomach. Like you don't know the anatomy of an
like,
Aarakocra.
And I'm moving, and just like.
And eventually, you throw up, and you just throw up all over the floor.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I just was sleeping and a fly got caught in my throat. Unbelievable.
Can I do it? Can I?
Yeah. So you roll an insight check. Luke, Jarvis, make a deception roll. So Nova, insight.
19 - 3, 16.
So you have to beat 16 altogether.
8.
In 8. He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. It's in your head.
So someone needs to clean this up, because otherwise.
Oh, well, yeah, we're good. Yeah, no worries. We're all set. There's food, though.
I mean, you're gonna need some. You just threw it up all over the floor.
Yeah, yep. Yeah. And so he just awkwardly leaves.
Kind of embarrassed.
Dude, there's like
Can Nova tell that he's embarrassed?
not with the 9 that you rolled.
Okay.
It seems on brand that he's like
Yeah,
being
it's
awkward.
very
He's
on
awkward.
brand.
Well, there's like fish parts all over the floor.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I feel like Noah would like step over, yeah, and then kind of hustle down the hallway and try to catch up.
So you guys, you put on your clothes, or from your sweatpants to your your actual clothes, you follow kind of the light into the kind of this cafeteria where it looks like to be people who are being fed and food, like the big kitchen, with guards.
What kind of food?
Seems to be like, you see like trays of like turkey legs, mashed potatoes, like a bun,
Yeah, sign me up. I love carbs. I feel it, and Nova just kind of over and gets the plate. Just so ready.
And and there's like some people are like staring at you. Brenton finally
I don't
comes.
care. I'm just so excited that there's potatoes. She's just like, yes.
You've got it. Brenton goes, well, I can see you obviously got some food. It's actually really good.
Potatoes.
Wish we were able to have some ale with some whiskey. That might be nice. But we're on the clock, so.
Yeah. No, understood. appreciate
Let's take a seat. Let's. I mean, I'm finished. If you're hungry or you're gonna eat right now.
Yeah, probably gonna get some food. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So again, it's like a turkey leg. So a bird
Yeah,
leg,
like, what are you gonna eat?
mashed potatoes, some vegetable like peas and
This could
carrots,
be
and
a
with like a bread bar.
cousin. That could be a cousin.
Yeah. Oh, appreciate it, Nova. Yeah, thanks. I'll probably skip the
Is
turkey.
it okay if I eat it?
Yeah, you're
Like,
okay.
is that a faux pas? Like, should I turn away?
No, yeah, Nova, you're good. Yeah, you're
Okay.
good.
And she just takes this bit. I feel like it's like giant compared to her.
And he like grabs the turkey leg and just puts it on her plate.
I love it.
Yay!
I love it. And you're even seeing like coming from the door.
Nova can throw down. She can throw down food. So she's just going hard. She's just going hard.
That's great. That's great. Yeah, you're seeing people come in like as if like the shift's changing. Like eating dinner, and that's the shift change. So at this point, it's about 6 p.m. You're eating food. If you want to chat with Breton, you can, or if you just want to eat by yourselves, what do you want to do?
Yeah, I'll do some talking because I'm not going to be eating much, just the mashed potatoes and bread.
I'm throwing down.
Brenton, first of all, how about that Daniel kid?
Yep, he's ironically he's been here longer than most of us.
He's like a relative. Well, I mean, what's his in?
Honestly, we've all been saying the same thing. We don't know.
I mean, he's a big guy.
Oh, he's a big guy. He's a big guy. He's a klutz. Kind of an idiot, if you ask me.
With like a cheek full of food, and like I'm holding like kind of half-eaten turkey leg, and I have bun in the other hand, and I'm like, hey, like where did they go? And I feel like they're going. I'm like, oh no.
Like the people in the holding cell is what you're saying?
Yes.
He goes, oh, yeah. Sorry, I could have told you this. I mean, we talked to them, we checked them out. It seemed like they were good, so we let them go.
Had some city clerics look at him, or
no? We kind of just had our own. We just did our own investigation. Quite honestly, just did a once over. James was good. He kind of did a consensus from there and said everyone was good. So I kind of trusted James on that one.
Yeah, sure.
This moment is needing to stay here. As he kind of like says that directly, and like one of those like it needs to stay here.
What do you mean by that?
This needs to. We don't want the hysteria to make its way further than where it needs to go.
No, understood. We just want to make sure nothing like that happens again.
Yeah, because people should at least like, and I don't like take this as me trying to tell you what to do, but like I feel like people should be aware to just like not go over there.
Right. So what we found out from Jasmine and James, Jasmine specifically told us that she was messing with and dealing with these devices, sticky substance, black residue, etc. Pretty, Nova and I are 90% sure that this is what was causing the hysteria. We need to make it clear that even James needs to be really careful dealing with this stuff. We don't need anything else like that happening again.
He goes, and that's why I've already taken care of it. Sent them all home. They're staying in their homes for a good 14 days, quarantining.
Sure. Jasmine mentioned the items that they were dealing with, messing with, touching, investigating.
Already taken into custody. James showed us. We were able to put them in containment. And like I said, everything's taken care of. Needs to stay here.
Sure, understood. Yeah, just wanted to make sure everything's good. That nobody else, obviously it was a scary situation having a group of people attack.
What situation?
Right. Understood. Got it.
Looks over at you, Nova.
Is stuff spread in her mouth? It's like, like she's like so confused on how this dude went from being like happy-go-lucky to now being like Mr. Serious Man. It's weird.
And he just looks at you and goes, I'm gonna go tell the queen myself. You haven't spoken to her, have you?
Yeah, we have.
Hope she wasn't disappointed. And he stands up and starts walking away.
What do you mean by disappointed?
No, it's
Disappointed about what? And starts continue walking away.
That was odd.
That was so weird. What is up with him? Something seems fishy. And I don't mean that as a pun because you love fish.
All right, got it. Are you you got everything you need here? Because all I had was mashed potatoes and a bread.
Yeah, okay. You want my other roll?
Yeah, he grabs it, stuffs it in his beak. Let's go have a conversation with the queen. What do you think?
It's acting weird, and it's just making me a little nervous.
Yeah. Everything's good. I think we should go. I think we should go chat with the queen.
Okay, if she's so awake, it's nighttime.
So what do? Do you fly up?
6 o'clock. 7 o'clock. What time is it?
Yeah, like closer to 6.
She's an older woman.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt her beautiful sleep.
Yes. We'll fly up. See if I can. I'll bring Nova. And we'll see if we can find that bird.
It gets colder every 10 feet. Every 10 feet gets colder. 40 degrees, 35. Like, it's like, oh, this is fucking cold. Like, what? Fucking bird. And you get up there, make a perception check.
15 plus 6, 21.
Hey.
Looking at the, like the different outlines of clouds, trying to pay attention to translucent, illuminating colored orange creature flying. You don't see anything.
There's nothing up there.
May I roll?
Nova, you see anything out there?
You can roll, sure.
What am I doing?
Perception.
You can roll a perception check. So you have to beat 21 to see if you can see something else.
Nope. I got 19.
Or
Sorry,
if you
I
don't
tried.
see anything.
Okay.
That's weird. Can we?
It's not a matter of, just so you know, it doesn't feel like you just don't see it and it's like maybe there, but it's like it's probably not here right now.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say. I was going to hang out for a little bit. Just,
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe wait like 15, like not 15, but like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's really cold up here.
Yeah, right. So fly back down, get warm, go back up 5 minutes later and do the same thing.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
13 plus 6, 19.
There's a moment where you like see like there's a moment where you see like a bird flying.
But not the familiar.
No.
I rolled a nat 1, so I didn't see anything.
The bird hits you in the face.
And he's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, gotta be careful up here. We don't really know where we're going. Fly down to the castle.
She's picking feathers out of her hair.
We're gonna Jarvis is gonna go in and do his best to remember where the study was.
Well, so you get down and there are various guards surrounding the area.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not
But
gonna
so
just
like,
let us
so
in.
you get to like the colonnade of like being able to go up the stairs to like one of the main front entrances.
Okay.
And so what do you do?
Hey, I'm Jarvis. This is Nova. We're here to see the Queen.
Two guards standing there, very like tall and just typical. Unfortunately, this is past hours. Nobody sees the queen or the king or any person on the royal court at this hours.
Yeah, sure. I think she'd be okay with it. We didn't. She sent her bird familiar up into the sky if we needed to talk to her, but we didn't see it up there. We just have to speak to her real quick. No problem. If maybe one of you could go tell her that we're here, that'd be great. We don't even have to go in.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage. They're locked in. They know what they're told to do.
7
We have
minus
orders.
3, 4.
Crap.
Listen, whatever is needed to be told to the queen, I'm sure either has been told or you can tell her tomorrow.
What time tomorrow?
He looks over to the other guard. I don't know. 8:45? Yeah, 8:46 maybe.
Just because I'm a girl doesn't mean you have to talk to me like I'm stupid. That's not very nice.
The helmet comes off of one of them. It's like, I am a girl too.
Okay, doesn't mean girls for girls. Listen, we're just support each other. That's so rude.
Yeah, well, you're not a girl that pays me, so
They're not a guy who pays you either.
Right. Appreciate the help, guys. I'm just gonna grab Nova and start flying out into the city towards the Blimbo hideout. The key.
So you're gonna go to Nulobar's find Locks.
Yes, find Locks.
Got it. So you fly up over the city. Like, do you guys say anything to each other, or do you guys like?
Nova, what say you we find this Blimbo character and get my amulet back?
Yeah,
I love that. You go from that. No. I love that. So funny.
I gotta do something. I mean, I just woke up from a nap, so I'm a little tired, and I have a little bit of a food coma.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
say.
sure.
I don't think we have to do anything. Yeah, you could probably go back to sleep.
And she like kind of like nods off a little bit, and he's like, "I'll wait."
So
So
flying
is-
over, and I want to actually perch with her up somewhere where I can just look at the.
Across the street, like you did last time.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you can definitely perch up across the street. What was that place? Let me try to remember here. That place was. Come on, internet. Boom. Oh, the Diamondback Trout. That's right.
Yes.
Yes.
That place is busy.
Okay.
Busy. People coming in, stumbling, drinking, laughing, partying. You see that like some people like are using like the debris and kind of like standing on it, like around, because it was like around the coast, like that where the bridges were. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, it looks like even not as you're flying over it, like the building was hit a little bit, but people don't care. Like they're using it as a means to keep the fun going. So, and Nulobar's Locks completely shut. It's like a 3-story building. That is sort of like it's wooden and tan stone at the base, but wooden as it's like been built on that. The blinds are shut, and the door is shut for all, and there's no light. You don't see any light that's on the inside, like protruding at all. If you're just like on top of the other building across the street.
Okay.
So appears to be closed for the day.
Yeah, it doesn't look like.
No one
I'm just
going
trying to
in
say
and out. Yeah.
no one's going in and out. But you also notice that nobody was going in and out,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
and the blinds were shut, and everything was shut before.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um.
I want Nova to sit next to Jarvis, and she has her feet like dangling, and she's like dangling. She's like, "So what are we doing?"
This is where I was when I saw Blimbo in child form.
Oh yeah, when he changed from gnome form to little boy form. Got it. So is this around the time you saw him last? Or are we just kind of winging it?
Was it? Or no? DM, was it? No?
No, that was like
Or during the
afternoon.
day?
Yeah. No, that was in the
Remember-
afternoon. Yeah, it was
It
busy
was
part of the day.
noontime. It was noontime because you guys did the spa thing,
Yeah.
Yes.
and then you stuck. Yeah,
Yep.
D&D.
Oh, we have to keep track of time in our world as well as all of the other things.
Mm-hmm. So what do you guys do?
Nova, why don't you stay here? I'm gonna check this place out. I'm gonna start at the 3rd floor, and this is across the street, right, where she's at.
Uh-huh.
If I need your help, I'll
Ah,
right.
gotcha. And she pulls out her little notepad and her pencil and starts like doodling.
So you're on top of the building the next door, the 3rd floor up. Okay, and you hear below you like, oh my,
Oh god. And she take like part of her outfit and like stuff it in her ears, like her skirt, just like
So you're gonna stuff your ears a bit so you cannot hear like that.
just
Okay.
just a little bit, just enough that I can't hear that, but like I'm still kind of aware of my surroundings.
Okay. What do you do, Jarvis?
Jarvis is gonna fly over to Nulobar's fine locks to the is there any, you said it's a 3-story building, is there any entrance that he can see? He's kind of circling it, flying it around, looking for a good spot to enter.
Yeah, so this building, there's a building right behind it. So there's no way to like it's like an adjointed
Yeah.
adjacent
Yeah.
building. So the only ways to like in is you got the front entrance, there's a one main window that has shutters there with a door. 2nd floor, you have a balcony with a door and 2 windows on the opposite side, and then above there's no door or anything. It's just 2 windows.
Okay, and on the roof?
That's the roof. There's no because it's one of the there's no like hatch. It seems to be there's a whatchamacallit, a chimney.
Okay.
But I mean, chimney is relatively like 3 feet by 2 feet.
Okay.
Wide. So you've got the 2 windows, another set, a door, balcony, 2 windows, and then below is 1 door, 1 large window.
Got it. Yeah, he's gonna determine that probably 2nd floor is best way to enter. He's gonna land on the balcony, and he's gonna do everything from the moment he sets talons on the balcony, and everything he does is gonna be completely stealth, as quiet as possible.
God. Better be some good rolls.
The moment that you land, make a stealth check.
19 plus 6, good start.
Good start.
And like Nova's like periodically like looking up, and you said you were gonna go check out things. So I'm like, just go inside. How am I supposed to get down here? She's just like throwing a little like, you didn't think this through fit.
What do you do, Jarvis?
He's continuing. I assume what's supposed to happen, which I didn't see her doing this, throwing this temper tantrum. Right, I'm in stealth mode entering this building.
Okay.
Completely oblivious to across the street.
Okay. You've got the 2 windows and the door.
I'm gonna try the door.
You go to the door, and immediately you hear, like you get near, you hear the tick.
This noise makes me like stresses me out.
And as you go to the door, it's locked.
Guess who has thieves' tools?
How about the windows?
Going over to the window, like on the left, feels locked. And then eventually going to the right, you feel it.
Just gonna enter quietly.
You quietly move the drapes as you look in. You look like it looks like to be a room, 2 beds. One has immediately like it's like pressed up against the like under you. This bed, neatly folded bed, perfectly set. A book on top, a dresser with another couple stacked books on the side, and then in the left corner there is another bed, rustled, shit all over the place, like just kind of monkey
Humanoids,
tonky.
living things in the beds. Anything?
Humanoid, there's
Nobody's
nobody
there.
sleeping in the bed.
Okay.
Nobody's there. Matt, there's looks like to be a wardrobe in the right corner, and the door is open on the to like the
To
door's
go
open.
into like a hallway.
Yeah, open, and there is a
Okay.
flickering light
Coming from where? The light?
from
From
the cracked door going probably into somewhere else into the building.
Okay.
hallway
And
or
you
room.
hear what is this ticking sound?
Okay. He's gonna go over to that door where the light's coming from, and he's just gonna peek to see what he can see.
Peeking to see, you see that there it's one of those open. There seems to be like a hook around as if there's other rooms. There are stairs that go down, curve, and go down again, and what you can kind of see, make a perception check if you're only like kind of looking through a crack.
8 + 6. 14.
There seems to be like doorknobs and like keys and like keyholes all over like a side of the wall that you can see. If you open up the door, you could see more, but there looks like to be like all these keyholes and like doorknobs and and keys
That's where the light's coming from. Was the shop?
lower down,
Do I hear
like a flickering
anything
light.
else?
At this point, you don't hear anything else. You hear this ticking.
But I hear nothing else.
Sketchy.
Is there
It's not
is there a
just
way that I can see to go up to the
freaking
3rd
out.
floor?
Yeah. So if you don't see anything right now.
Okay. He's gonna see. He's gonna kind of open up to see, kind of come out out of this room into the hallway.
You see that there's no stairs to go up. However, you're looking at the ceiling and there's a square outline in the ceiling.
Okay.
Just underneath one of the I don't even know what to call it. Like it's like a platform that you'd walk on to go around. Like what is that called?
like a
you know what I'm
loft
trying to say?
area.
Yeah, it's like a
Loft
loft
area?
because you
Yeah.
can see down if
Okay.
you moved, like you can see down in the rest of. And at that point, you see the shop. And looking into the shop, you can see what looks like to be below you a single candlelight on one of these shelves, but just hundreds and hundreds of keys, locks, different shapes, bronze, steel, even like wood. Like there's like weird, like there's doors that are on the walls and on like different displaying. And you even see at this point now you see that there is this little gnome, old man, hair sticking out far on the side, wearing overalls and an undershirt, and bare feet, is on all fours, looking. Well, where is it? Damn it! Where'd it go?
So he's a floor below me in the shop.
He's on the main floor and he's just walking on all fours. Where'd it go? Damn it! Oh shoot!
And I don't recognize him being like a Blimbo form or anything like that.
He looks like at this point to be the old man the old gnome.
That Blimbo and him.
Remember, you saw him
Blimbo's
go in the
hair
shop with
never
an old
changes.
man.
Oh yes. Got
And
it.
his hair never changes.
Jarvis is going to just watch from the shadows.
At this point, cutscene over to Nova. At this point, again, it's like, oh, you see like someone breaks through the window and like something shoots like someone gets thrown out of like the story below you's window into the ground and like people come out. Yeah, it looks like to be more of a house party turning into at this point.
Okay. Okay. Nova would like to figure out, just in case Jarvis does get into trouble, of any way that she could possibly get down without hurting herself.
Go ahead and make a athletics check. Or acrobatics check. Either one.
Oh, wow, garbage. 4.
The moment, damn it, I'm sorry. Like you notice that
That's great.
you're perched on top of like one of those like peaked windows,
Mm.
and it's very steep. And so the next best spot to be able to get to is about a 12-foot leap below you, like drop. If you like kind of slid down to drop to another window that has a balcony right next to it. So you could drop and fall, hurt yourself maybe, or you might be able to catch yourself. What do you do?
Could I use? Well, I'm just gonna linger for now, but she has like a slight game plan of like what she could possibly do if, God forbid, he needs assistance.
Well, at this point, you see what looks like to be a small little gnome from the right, skipping.
You son of a bitch! You see what's
Looks like to be eating like some sort of like pie. And it gets to the front door, and both of you hear gak 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 gak. And you again from you, Jarvis, you hear from like, oh, my pie. And he gets up and he opens the door, like all these locks.
all his
Opens the door, and you see what looks like now again a door open, and you see this little gnome, crazy white hair, overalls, like stuff all over his hands, like you.
Can I see the other gnome, like with the light that's coming in out from the door? Can I see what this other little gnome looks like?
You see the other gnome looks like brown hair, a little bit tousled, similar overalls, bare feet, skipping with like this pie. But you can only see now, you see his back, but you see the front of this old gnome, and he goes, "Come on in," and he shuts. They
What
both
does
come in.
Jarvis
Shuts the
see?
door.
Jarvis sees the front of the skipping.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, we'll get to you back in a second, Jarvis.
Mhm.
But Nova, is there anything you want to do in that moment? You see that happen. Door comes in, gets shut.
I think I'm just gonna linger here momentarily, just because I don't know what's going on. I don't know where he is in the house, so I'm just going to trust what he says about himself.
Okay. You see as from the inside, as you're watching, you hear this conversation. And he's like, "You brought the pies for me. You are such a good friend, such a good friend." And he kind of pulls it, and holds it, and he's like, he sits down right where he was looking for something. He sits down, eats on the floor. As you're kind of looking around, you see like a bunch of these trays of what looks to be unfinished pie all over in this room, on top of all these things. And you see this little gnome boy start like, well, yes, of course. Why do I do this? And he shifts.
Son of a bitch.
And you see a satyr. And you hear him, and he kind of just goes, "Oh, Jesus, I hate wearing that." And he's got a different voice this time than what you've noticed, Jarvis. He goes, "Geez, gosh, this place, I tell you, every time I go, I find something new all the time." And he pulls that, like, he's like shows like this necklace. Huh, another catch. Kind of puts it back in his pocket. So, were you able to find the key? And they start having this conversation as they're kind of sitting there.
But this is Jarvis does not recognize this. Obviously, he's a shapeshifter, but this is not.
No, you've seen the satyr version, but his voice is different.
It's different
because when you met with he had a different voice because he was a different person twice. And so when you met the satyr version of him, there was not much dialogue there, if
Mhm.
any, if I can recall.
Oh,
And so he ran off.
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Okay.
And so you've never really heard his voice.
But I've
And
seen.
this, yes, you've seen this.
Okay.
And he goes, geez, we're so close. I've just been looking around town, and trust me, I know we are going to be able to find it. I know. We need to be able to get into the Black Fin, and once we're there, we're able to then get the frozen tear. And once we find the frozen tear, we're gold. We can leave this place. Okay? And Jarvis, you're hearing all this.
Okay. Oh, he's good. He's gonna in the shadows. Just listen. Continue listening.
Nova, do you do anything? Again, it's like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes go by.
Is there any way that I can attach my rope dart and it would help me slide?
Yeah, there you go. Go ahead and go to make an athletics check again. Athletics or acrobatics check.
Okay.
Attach your rope dart to what?
Nat 20.
Nat 20, babe. Nice.
Nat 20 plus 2. So 22.
Yeah. Describe it.
Nova just like unraveled and just like it's been too long. And just it's like James starts like mashing it in there. The people are doing their shenanigans down there, like mumbling the sound. And then she just kind of just like down to the next window and kind of like hops on the balcony and like yanks a little bit and wraps up the rope part and sticks it in on her side.
You see a couple drunk people and they go, I want to try. And they go run inside. And you see them like pop out of the window like, this is what I'm doing now. Watch this. They kind of come out. This is my role. Fall is out and they fall. He's like, his leg is like turned and like broken. And they're like, I don't feel a thing. Oh. Okay, Nova, what do you do?
How far is it from the balcony to the ground?
20 feet. And so you get down.
Okay, cool.
So you see someone else do it before you, and you're like, what the fuck? And so you get down, totally pop it, pull it off. It's all you. What do you do?
Awesome. I want to walk. I don't know if I want to walk nowhere. Is there anywhere that I can like hide? That's like where like people wouldn't see me.
You can try. You can try to hide, but there's not much. Everything is still sort of in plain sight. You know, if you know what I mean. Like, there's nothing in front of the building that's like can give you cover. There's like a fence, like see-through wooden fence, that's on the porch of this place. Okay, you take some stairs up to it. You know what I'm saying? There's an alleyway along the sides.
I feel like she just wants to kind of like tuck her in the corner where I can still see the building, but like nobody. Okay.
So roll me a stealth check, and Jarvis, what did you want to do next?
Oh, I roll with disadvantage. Great. So
you don't have to roll it. Oh, you do.
I do. An at 1 plus 2 plus 3.
Yeah, you think that you get to a spot where you can hide, but then you get there. It's like when it's like you're doing hide and seek. You're like, I got the perfect spot, but there's like nowhere to hide. You're like, so you're just standing in next to the building.
Is it dark now?
Jarvis.
Is there any more conversation between these two?
Oh yeah, they're still talking. He goes, well, I tell you, if we are able to get in, we need to find the person. We'll be able to get in. They'll let us know how to get into it, and then once we're there, I mean, it's golden. You can just you can turn into whoever, and then we'll be golden. But first, you need to go and talk to Mist. Mist knows. You got to prove yourself to him, right? Jeez, I know, but last time I tried this, last time I tried to prove myself to him, he shut me down. He said I wasn't like strong enough, and first off, I really bad at hand-to-hand combat, let me tell you. And the other side of this is, again, what if maybe I could, maybe I just need to eat. Maybe that'll give us some inspiration. Yeah, well, of course, we've got so much good dessert. But could you do me a favor? Could you go fetch me? I really, really desire to comb my hair down before we eat further. Because every time I do, it gets all into the pies, and then I have to stop eating them because then my hair's in it. That's disgusting. Jesus, okay, fine. And you see him as he starts walking up the stairs. Jarvis.
Okay.
Remember, so the room is 2 beds, a wardrobe, a window, balcony.
So how many rooms just as this is a random question, I mean Jarvis can ask the question, but like how many rooms, because you said there's a lot of rooms that are nearby, how many rooms away are the stairs?
There were 2 other rooms across the across the other side. I wish I could just, that's what's hard about D&D is like I'm trying to describe you what I'm seeing,
I got you.
but it's not always
I got a picture in my
know?
head.
Jarvis is going to climb back into that wardrobe. He's gonna get in there and hide.
You climb into the wardrobe, and go ahead, and at this point I need you to make another.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That is a 9 plus 6.
Okay. You move some things, and eventually 10 seconds goes by. You can see through like the crack a bit. Freaking brush, that's stupid. You see him kind of go over by his bed, which is the bed by the window. He opens up some of the drawers, and you see him as he's tuffling around some things. He grabs the brush. It's like a stupid brush that has like white hair all over it, and he kind of glances over. He goes, "What the?" Shuts the window. Goes, "I swear to God, did he think that the energy bill gets paid itself? Jesus." And he kind of goes over, at this point, what seems to be like his bed. Now you can't see because the wardrobe entrance is like, if this is the wardrobe entrance, the bed is over here. You know what I'm saying? And so you hear some like like opening some sort of something, moving some pieces, jingle jangles. Door shuts. Here you go, crazy haired stupid. He just
do I hear him go down the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay. As soon as he hears him go down the stairs, Jarvis is gonna get out of the wardrobe, and
in that face.
He's gonna get out of the wardrobe and look in the stuff that he was just looking in.
You go over to his bed, and you look under his bed, and it looks like to be this large container, very flat, sort of like a large crate. You pull it out and you open it up like a lid, and there's just dozens and dozens of jewelry, like gold, beautiful.
Do I see it?
Make an investigation check.
If anything, you better take that box. I'll dig through the box.
9.
As you're looking through it, like you immediately, and you hear behind you, now this is really a predicament here. I rolled a natural 20 on an insight check to see if he would hear you, and you rolled a 6. I have the natural 20 right here.
Okay.
You just if you can see, you can't see, can you?
Nope, you gotta pull it back. There you go.
And so that's like the only way that he would ever, and he goes, and you feel like something touching the back of your head, Jarvis, and goes, listen, this is going to be a huge misunderstanding, I'm sure of it. Really quick though, where is she?
Where's who?
Listen, buddy, I You're gonna make this so much more difficult. If you would just say where Nova is, I promise you, this could be a win-win for both of us.
Can I
Well, you don't technically know where I am.
It feels like like something is poking you in the back.
Okay, can I? This is what I want to try. This is what I want to try to do. You tell me if I can do this or not. He's just gonna essentially open his wings like real quick, real fast, to knock whatever that is away. Obviously, it'll come up and real quick. I want to knock that away, turn around, and see if I can grab him.
So you want to open your wings
Disarm?
to like push him away, or what?
No, so like whatever is, I assume he's got something. I don't know what it is.
He's
but I
got
assume it's
something.
My wings will open and knock that away. And then I want to,
So, like, you wanna
turn
open them, like,
around,
up.
and I'd like to try to, with my wings, knock him down.
Okay, so that's two things that you're doing. So you can do the first one,
Okay.
and then something else will happen,
Okay.
and then you can do a second thing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Tell me what I need
Because
to
now
roll.
we're sort of an initiative here.
Got it.
Does that make sense?
Got it. Tell me what I need to roll.
So if you're going to try to like disarm him, go ahead and make an athletics check,
Okay.
and then he will do an opposed. I'm going to show you what I rolled so that you don't think I'm lying. What did you roll?
12.
You rolled another nat 20. I'm gonna
12 plus
scream.
12.
altogether.
It's just 12. Dear God.
It's a
God
natural
damn it.
19. Natural 19. So open up your wings, face him. You see again this sort of curly-haired, beautifully trimmed, like chops on his sideburns, roughly like 5'2", fawn satyr creature, and you see him as he's just holding the brush like in front of you, like as if the brush was up against your back where you came from.
No, I can see him.
And at this point, you can see him, and he kind of peeks around to look. Go ahead, and your stealth check was... Go ahead, I'll let you make another stealth check.
Wow. A 4.
God damn it.
He goes...
Awful.
And at this point, you see as he kind of catches eyes with you and goes... As he's looked down below and goes... I knew you were always the smart one. Misty Step again, which is the only time he can do is twice. And so he's standing right next to you, and he goes, "Listen, I was trying to talk to your friend here. He's trying to steal some of my stuff. I think if we just had maybe a conversation, this might benefit both of us. Or
I think you've passed the point of conversation as you've stole from us and then almost got us arrested. And like, are we really going to act like none of the things before have happened before? Like, I mean, cool that you want to try and like make things cool now, but
I assume that while all this is happening, Jarvis can be getting out onto the balcony.
Yep, at that point too. Yeah, if you at that point, like, if you come through, open up, you'll see this, and he'll just say one last time, and it just goes, "Really, the guards weren't trying to get you particularly. However, if you want your heirloom back, then maybe I can help you. Maybe you can help me. Be a simple thing, and I'll give you your heirloom back. How about that? How precious is it? Is there somebody following you? Is there somebody trying to get you? Is that why you really care about this so much?"
Can Jarvis would like to launch off
Now,
the balcony
Jarvis,
and try to grapple him and fly up into the air with him.
yeah, he just lets you.
Really?
something is sketchy. So I just really want to know, like, why all of a sudden now you want us to help you when you pretty much conned us the whole time?
It's really less that I want you to help me too much, and more of that I stole your sit because it was fun. See, you guys need to start learning, like, and this is what I was trying to say to Nullabar. Trust me, he's learning too. I'm a fey creature. I'm not from here, and my desire is to take some cool shit that I like. That's it. So, if you want your stuff back, you did a really good job of trying to stealing it, and that, my friends, deserve a conversation.
I
I'm tired of this, dude. I really am.
A conversation. He goes, you can go ahead and try to kill me. That's totally fine.
Can we have a conversation while you're stuff like that and you're not going to go anywhere and you're not going to do anything funky or try to pull the wool over our eyes or anything like that?
Listen, I'm floating 15 feet up in the air right now and being held by a bird. I don't really know how much I can do right
Listen, buddy. All I want is the heirloom that you took from me. That's my friend's family heirloom. That's all I want back.
That's it. We don't want any trouble.
Jesus, okay. Well, you had to be so aggressive. That's fine. You can, I mean, I guess you can have it if you really want to. You know, it would be, listen, I don't know how else to put this, you know. I'm also looking for something, you know, of my own, and the thing that you guys heard before, Jarvis, you heard him mention Blackfin. You heard him in that conversation say that he was, all they need to do is to break into the Blackfin and they'll be able to get it.
Okay.
So just so you know that, so that you're aware. And he goes, at this point, fine. And you see him as he pulls out, like he's wearing it right now. And he goes, this was the coolest thing that I've gotten in a fucking long time. Trust me, I'm gonna wear it. Wouldn't you? Tick, tick, tick.
I can't with this ticking noise. Oh.
So fine, here, take it. And he does this, and his like chest is billowing with hair, and he's like, be gentle.
I hate him.
I just like to grab it.
Okay, so at this point, you either leave me alone, and I'm gonna go steal some stuff from a.
Yes, it's yours.
It is the amulet. Can I check to make sure that it's the thing?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
16.
Most certainly is.
Most certainly is.
Again, so does anybody want pie?
Can I ask you a question before we push down?
I'm gonna
So
lower
many
him.
questions. Yes.
Drop him.
Yes. My hooves.
So what's going on with the lock thing? Why is there sneaky town in there? Like no one goes in there or out of there ever, except for I'm guessing you. Because I saw you go in there, but then I saw you come out.
1 second.
Well, he's got to go poop.
No, he's got to close that door.
Oh.
It's very cold outside.
Whoa, you guys are in the same place? Whoa.
What?
Well, sneaky. It's not really sneaky. Nullabar's. You're talking about Nullabar's establishment?
I'm just talking about how no one ever seems to be going in there to buy anything, but you go in there and you to steal stuff.
I mean, how are you? Have you been watching us for days or what?
No, but I've just heard things, and from the little bit that I saw, it doesn't look like anybody was even in there.
Well,
I just want to make sure that this is okay. This isn't something that's dangerous and could put people in danger. Whatever you're up to.
Listen,
Blimbo.
My name's not Blimbo.
What's your name?
What is your name?
He goes, okay. I happen to have friends, and he kind of shifts, and into the old man, to the little gnome, to the different things. I'm gonna start slurring, lisping like that word.
Different things.
And he goes, but who I am? It's not Blimbo. My name is Browner.
Okay.
Got it.
Browner.
Nullabar's Fine Locks is a appointment only establishment. People that need certain support is by appointment only.
Right.
And typically it's done when Nullabar takes his things and goes to said location, and I go with him to help him.
Understood.
Okay.
Do you? I overheard you in there talking about Blackfin. Some other word. Are you talking about a man by the name of?
Oh, sit. Can we go inside? Can we go inside? Can we go inside? And he's like walking. Can we go inside?
Go inside.
I'm going inside. There's pie. I'm gonna go inside.
Okay,
Give me a minute.
I just follow him.
Shuts the door, and you hear
I love
Nullabar. Nullabar's like, "What are you doing? Who are you? What are you doing?" He's Nullabar. Shut up. It's fine. Okay. Don't touch our pie,
I
though.
hope you know, I imagined him like New Girl Nick, where he awkwardly moonwalks out of places. Like that's how he was like moving.
He's very charismatic, very flamboyant as well, very, expressive, sensual in different ways too. But he's like, be careful saying that name because I'm trying to listen. I've got my desires and my goals. You've got yours. Yeah. Sorry. Well, I'm not really sorry that I prevented you from doing your thing. However, that's a really beautiful thing. Look at that. Can you throw it again? Can you just throw me one more time? Can you just throw it? Just
No.
throw it.
He just do it.
And you hear from he's like, listen, he's just a crazy creature that just cares about these little golden creations. And
Right. Understood. My question is, Browner,
yes.
are you dealing at all with a gentleman by the name of the Gentleman?
So before I say yes, let me say something. I know that he's got something hidden in his establishment that I want.
I can't take how he's talking, dude.
That I've been seeking to find and use for
What is
my
it?
own. It's called a frozen tear.
What is that?
The frozen tear? You don't even know what a frozen tear is? Jesus, are you
No,
guys
we're
really that new?
we're new. We
A frozen
literally
tear.
you took us on the first day, okay?
Okay, fine. A frozen tear is like this rare, transparent, and extremely hard gemstone, like from here, obviously, but made up from thousands and thousands of years ago. And they were just called frozen tears. And legend has it that they're like these crystallized tears of necromancer kings and like the visions of the past and that can see through them and like sacred to this dwarven deity, Dugmare Brightmantle? Dugmire?
Browner. You didn't answer my question.
I'm trying to answer your question, but I guess you need to be a little bit more specific in nature.
Why do you want it? And what does it do?
This is what I think you're missing. I want it because I want it.
Okay.
It's worth like over 5,000 gold pieces.
Nova. He wants it because he wants it, okay? What I'm trying to understand
Okay, got it.
is if the gentleman is connected to this little fine fellow, and if so, then we both have the same goals. Would you like to find your friend Bubbles?
Yes, I would like to find my best friend.
Bubbles? Now that sounds like a party
Miss-
I want to be a part of.
Okay, cool. Somebody took my friend. Well, we don't know if somebody took her, if she's alive, what's going on. We just went to her place, and it looked like a war zone in there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'd
He grabs
like
like a
to find
tissue
her.
box and just holds it next to you. I'm so sorry.
And she
It's-
was like, "Okay, fine. Thank you."
Sometimes I spontaneously cry. It's just I have these all over.
I hope you know I'm starting to really like Browner, not Blimbo, Browner.
When I came to this city, I knew that the best way for me to be able to find the greatest snags that I could find, the most prized possession.
You said prize possession. Get it together.
Prized possession. Yes, is by finding the dirtiest, most rotten people in the city. And that person that I found is called the gentleman. Now, I know I've only seen him once, okay? But however, I've been
Like?
Okay, what do you think he looks like? He's a fucking tall, weird, skinny white dude that has black hair, wears a tuxedo, the jawline of a god, biceps that is just glorious that you could just hang on. I wonder if what the size, and just like Nulobar goes, would anybody like some pie?
What is? I feel like I'm tripping. What is happening right now?
And so I've been doing some bidding for it. I've been working. I've been helping a little bit as best I can. But however, here's what I know. There is one person named Myth. Okay? They're named Mist. Okay?
Myth?
Mist.
Myth?
Mist.
Oh, myth. I just wanted him to try to explain that to me.
And
you're saying myth?
And
Are you saying
I know
pan with a D?
it's with a B. And because trust me, Nullabar thinks I'm crazy. He thinks that he's lying to me. I don't believe so. I think he's telling me the truth on this one. His name is Mist, and he said that he knows where the black fin is. And if we can find out where the black fin is and how to get to find where the frozen tear is, then at that point, bada bing, bada boom, I can get my frozen tear. Bada bing, bada boom. You can do whatever. What are you doing now?
We're trying to find my friend. Well, now we're killing two birds, one stone right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a lot
we would very much like to find my friend.
That's kind of offensive.
He's fine. He's fine. I ate a turkey leg next to him earlier. He's fine.
I'm sorry that people aren't culturally relevant to today's age, and I would respect that you, Nova, as he like stands next to Jarvis, would properly use correct verbiage around him and not misuse any names or things that would imply negativity.
Browner.
Yes.
Shut up.
Question for you. If we were to band together and go to get this frozen tear, whatever thing, would you be able to help us, since you do have your little misty shapeshifter thingamajig, help us find our friend before you go about your way for the inconveniences that you set us in at the beginning of our journey here? Just to kind of make up for that nightmare.
Sounds like a deal.
This seems like a handshake for you.
Jarvis spits and shakes his hand.
Well, it's a done deal. And by golly, I'm going to get my tear, you're going to get bubbles, and then we're going to go on our fucking merry ways. What do we say? So here's what we got to do. Here's what we got to do. I've tried to get Mist to tell me where the black fin is. He's the only person that I found that does know. You hear Nullabar go, I don't think he knows anything. You're just you're being silly. You shut the fuck up. Go back to your room, old man.
He's just brushing his hair in the corner like the old man.
Eating pie. At that point, he goes, listen, oh Jesus, what time is it? If you head over to the Dancing Dryad, that's where he is, okay? The Dancing Dryad. I swear he's usually partying. If you doing his own thing. If you go over by him, find him. I'll meet you there. I gotta do a couple other things, kind of put some things in order. You
Wait, so
know,
like, what does this person look like? Like, we're gonna walk into like a party, and like, who are we looking for?
well, I mean, you're gonna look. You're not. It's really not a party. You're gonna go inside. You're gonna walk in the kitchen. You're gonna find the broom closet, and you're gonna say, "Dance my pants off," and then you'll be there.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna meet you there tonight at midnight. How about that? Oh, this is gonna work so perfectly. And he's kind of like really, he kind of like a little bit like you. What's your fucking name, Jarvis? He's much smaller, thinner. It's like got a beak, black, got a hood. It's really creepy.
And he's in a broom closet.
It's not really a broom closet. You'll find out. Just go inside, walk past everyone, probably be super calm, go to the kitchen, find the broom closet, get inside, say, what do you say?
Dance my pants off.
Exactly. And trust me.
So we meet you there.
I
We're
promise
not
you,
going there before you.
I'll probably be there before you.
Okay, cool. Because we don't want to go there.
I just have to drop off one little thing, and then I'll be over there. Okay?
Okay.
So is this is the moment, you know, it's like this is like the morning after where you're like, I don't know what to do now. Do I go home? Do they go home?
I feel like we're just like, well, but where is this place? I have no idea where this place is.
The Dancing Dryad. Just literally go. He like starts pointing like, go up the Sterling Road, take a left. If you hit the Nancy's Muffins, you've gone too far. If there's a beehive if you don't pass, then you've not made it at all. The Dancing Dryad, you can't miss it. It's on the Sterling Road. Head up the main road. You'll follow it.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna go now.
Appreciate it.
And I want, like, as I turn around to just, like, kind of whisper to Jarvis, like, are we talking about the rocks and the scary people, or just kind of let that go?
What?
Remember the little rocks? Things like handed to the scared people, the sketchy-looking people, when he's going door to door, giving people little pebbles?
Oh yeah.
Are we not gonna ask about that? Because that seems a little sketchy.
What are you guys saying? Why didn't you even leave yet?
Browner, I have one more question for you.
Okay.
Have you ever taken any human forms, like human child forms, before?
I mean, I've never taken. Well, the one time I took. Okay. Well, yes. Turns into this small gnome boy. This is typically what I go around town in.
Is this the same form that Jarvis remembers going around?
Yeah.
Skipping around and giving the rocks to people in hoods.
Yep.
When you were in this form, I saw you skipping around town giving these rocks to some folks. What was that all about?
That's actually really interesting, actually. Those are called sending stones. And sending stones are they're these little stones that if you hold up to your ear and keep in your ear, they're kind of like a way of communicating magically to one person and another without having to be near them or see them.
It's like walkie-talkies.
What's a walkie-talkie?
Interesting. Okay.
And the gentleman...
Can I do an insight check on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Natural 20. Insight plus 4. 24.
He looks... he's like... This is a different person now that you're talking to. Like... This, if you've noticed, I was trying to make it so that over time he was like starting to become comfortable and then starts to talk and just talk and like be loud and whatever because he's super comfortable with you both now. And he's telling you the truth.
I mean, that's good.
Okay, cool. Appreciate it. We'll see you dance your pants off.
No, that's
Yeah.
That's what you say.
Yep, 10-4.
wait. Are you? How do you
It's
know it's
okay.
gonna dance my pants off? Oh gosh, I gotta change. Let me go.
We're going to exit. Interesting. What an interesting
I love
experience.
him.
Holy shit.
I love him.
So here's the
It's
thing.
fun.
At this point, we on time we can end here, or you can get to your. Let's get to your establishment. Can we do that?
Yep.
Is that okay?
Sounds good.
Yes.
And then we can call it for y'all for your time.
Yes.
What do you guys do at this point? You leave. Door shuts.
What the hell just happened?
I don't know. It's not what I was expecting. That was fucking crazy. Weird ass
But I
shit.
mean, you got your amulet back.
I do. And he pulls it out of a it's now in a pocket which is buttoned and a little bit more secure. Pulls it out, holds it up, and puts it back, secures it.
It's such a weird fellow, but like kind of fun. I mean, I still don't forgive him for like all the stuff that he did in the beginning, but I mean, like if it's a chance for us to like find Coral and maybe get more answers on like is the gentleman connected to the whole boom 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 bomb thing?
Yeah. He's annoying as shit. I definitely don't want to be around him for very long.
It's annoying as shit.
You gotta learn how to have fun.
Right. Where to now?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, you could just. I mean, we could just skip over. And you just go to the Dancing Dryad if you want.
Yeah, we can do
Unless
that.
you want to do something in between.
No, I'm good. I'm good with going. I assume that's where we go. What time is it now? When we get out of
Like 8 p.m. It's been like an hour,
you
an
said to
extra
meet
hour.
there at midnight?
We're gonna
midnight.
meet there at midnight. But I mean, if you want to show up before him or attempt, I mean, hopefully he's. I mean, it seems like he's telling you the truth from your insight check. You know what I'm saying? But like, that's totally up to you. You could totally change anything.
I'm just nervous that it's gonna be a little sketchy.
Let's
I mean,
kill
take
time.
him to a
Going
room.
there by ourselves.
So you kill time. So we don't have to do it. What do you do though?
Right
How do you
across
kill-
the street where everybody was having a good time. We're gonna go over there and drink some ale.
Rock on.
Yeah. I'm gonna like have a little
Um,
dance party.
It is a silver
fine.
gold piece every drink. So if you have, how many drinks do you drink?
my name.
Jarvis has one.
So
Yeah.
make sure you take out.
We gotta
a
keep
silver
it
piece.
lightweight.
Silver piece?
So go ahead and one silver piece. So if you don't have any silver pieces, take your gold, and
Gold.
every 10 silver pieces is one gold piece. So if you want to just like decrease 5 gold pieces and make 50 silver, you could do that.
I did it.
I had one silver piece already.
Okay, so you guys have a drink. It's what you expect.
The hoot and a holler.
But you hear a couple other people around in that room make references to, so are you guys gonna go to the Dancing Dryad tonight?
What do you mean? I play stupid.
It's like, yeah, they're like to people near like them talking,
Oh,
like not
gotcha.
to you.
Gotcha.
So-
Gotcha.
You're just over here and like, hey, you gonna go to Dancing Dryad? Nah, I don't want to dance. Come on, I'm not built that like most of those people.
It sounds like it.
Nothing. Yeah, Jarvis is just gonna.
Okay. Cool. So at that point, you guys chill, hang out, chat, whatever, dude. Eventually, it comes to later, and you find your way on the road looking for the Dancing Dryad. Go ahead and make investigation checks to look, or perception checks.
10 plus 6, 16.
You said investigation or what?
Perception.
Into perception, so 17 plus 2, so 19.
Yeah. So Nova, you quickly, just like upon the road, like you find someone that's like heading over there. Like one of those people that were talking and saying that they start like they start heading out, and you like follow a little bit after them, and you follow them to the Dancing Dryad, and they go in,
Nice.
and it's like this 1-story building, looks fairly small, tight packed in between two larger buildings. Dancing Dryad on top. And it's like magically like name. And they go in, the door's like, it's like one of those ding, ding.
Okay.
You just go in.
Enter and do exactly what he said. That's what Jarvis does.
Cool.
Yep.
You walk in, you see a bartender like wiping down a table. There's someone in the corner sleeping. It looks dead. Dead as a bat's pajamas. And
Very in this 'tis the season.
yeah, he pushes, you see that same guy push through to the kitchen. Ding ding ding. Following after
Oh, we
him.
gotta go. Yep.
You see
We
see
gotta go
him.
in the kitchen.
You get into the kitchen and there's a couple people like cooking some stuff and like looking at you.
We just walked. We looked for the closet. We're just like, okay.
To like further back, kind of like down the hall, there is like one door, and it's a very thin door, very thin.
Let's do it.
Open it up. There's a broom and a bucket.
Okay. This is where we need to be.
Yep.
We both get in there.
And like we're like
Close the
sideways.
door.
Close.
What was it that he said we needed to say again?
I dance my pants off. I'm just like looking up because we're like so close.
At that point, you say it. The room just goes and starts to slowly descend.
Oh shit!
And at this point,
scared.
the walls kind of like
Nova
shift a
gets
bit.
scared, and this like catches Jarvis off guard. Like she gets nervous, so she like kind of like grabs onto him and is just like holding on because she has like a fear, like elevator.
He shoves her off, and is like, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. This is a very small space. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
Are you claustrophobic?
Please don't do that. Just stop.
I'm gonna start panicking. I don't like small spaces and going
wall-
down.
The walls like stop. Dust peeks off of them as the door just kind of slowly opens.
He gets out immediately. He steps out immediately.
Yeah, totally. Just like a fresh of breath air, a thin hallway, and you see this large,
There.
a large barbarian, like Goliath female, just standing at a door, just like busty, just standing next to the door, bald, but like with eyeliner on and stuff.
Hey, cutie. We're here to see Browner.
Ugh, freaking Browner, stupid. Ugh, he's not here yet. Are you looking for him?
That's all right. If we're early, it's not a problem. We'll wait for him.
Okay. Well, enjoy the pit. And he just she opens up the door. And as she opens up the door, you immediately just like glass flying in front of you. You see immediately like peering in. There are two cages directly on each side of you with two individuals. One seemed to like, please let us out. No, we won't do anything. We wouldn't hurt you. No, we wouldn't. Like, and then you see also just like bunch of figures drinking and like what kind of like punching one another. And then you see below there looks like to be a pit. And inside this pit, there seems to be two people, one large orc with long arm appendages that has these tattoos and piercings all over its body, seeming to be like punching this individual that seems to be very thin, tall, kind of a little bit longer brown hair, with these scars that are all over the front of its body, wearing a red and green handkerchief over their eyes, kind of like this, and just dodging different punches. And just so that we can have some flavor here, just so you can
Did we stumble upon a fight club?
This is what she's...
Oh, snap. What
And
the
that is
heck?
where we will pick up next week.
Damn. Dope.
That is so cool. There we are.
Is it
That's
Wednesday
so
yet?
cool.
There you go, right?